Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year again where we say goodbye to FIFA. Well, at least this year it was fc24. And now there is a huge debate on the way this game was this year. I feel like we say it every year. I remember FIFA 19, it's the worst game ever. FIFA 20, it's the worst game ever. Somehow the game proceeds to be worse every single year, right? And whether that's gameplay, whether that's packs, whether that's Ultimate Team, whether that's bugs in clubs, bugs in career mode, whatever it may be, or the fact that EA servers are just absolutely tragic for what they bring in, and the fact that they can't keep servers up and running during promos, which people look forward to, and then they get on the game and they can't handle the amount of people that they have on their game still. Now, I think that's definitely one of the biggest issues. But the other biggest issue is, at least in Ultimate Team, because obviously that's what I post. That's my main focus with FC, is Ultimate Team. And, I mean, especially this year, it was worse than ever in terms of people being able to get teams, crazy teams, way too easily, way too early on in the game, right? Now, obviously, I understand why they're doing it. It keeps people intrigued to play the game more, right? I can't argue. I can't argue that aspect of it, because if you keep getting good players, you keep getting good pack pulls, it's going to keep you intrigued to play the game. No denying that. I'm not denying that. But the peak of this game, right? The peak of FIFA, the peak of FC, was the FIFA 17s. I think that's the prime example. FIFA 17 is probably, that's right when I started playing Ultimate Team, right? I played FIFA since 12. I played FIFA since I was 7 years old, right? I played since I was, I think FIFA 12 is the first one. I was born in 2005, so that means like 7 years, right? 17 was the first game where they got it right. They had the introduction of foot drafts in FIFA 16, where that was a huge success, right? And we look at that, right? Have they done anything with drafts since FIFA 16? No, it's been a copy and paste every year. There is so much potential there. I mean, so much potential there for EA to do something great with that mode again. Because it was great when it came out, but the same thing each year, make it better. There is potential there. But the main thing with 17, the thing that was best about it was champs being introduced. Now that was, I didn't get into champs then, but I remember watching reward videos. I remember still being like involved in it as if I wasn't playing, because I wasn't that good at FIFA, right? I wasn't good at that good at FC until probably 2021. That's when I started to get better at the game. But I remember watching all those videos, and yes, I mean 40 games is absolutely ridiculous. And yes, there are rooms for improvements, but we had monthly rewards, right? The whole aspect, the gameplay in 17 was also very, very good. There were not a lot of complaints involving 17, but it feels like each year since then has progressively gotten worse, 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 and worse, to the point where ultimately the game's just a money scheme. It's like you pay money, right? You pay money to open packs, you get good players. You get coins, you get good players, right? And obviously, we're not even going to talk about the coin sponsors. Where, I mean, a lot of people do that. They have a coin. There's a coin sponsor that they see from one of their favorite YouTubers or streamers. They use it and it works, right? And EA can't really catch it as well as they used to, unfortunately. They used to be able to catch it much better. Not really that much anymore. It's because I don't think they care. You know, they make enough. They make enough money to not care, which is kind of sad to see. But in terms of a football game, right, this is the best we got, right? I mean, eFootball PES, it's just never been there. We have the new games coming, right? I can't remember what it's called. I haven't looked too much into it. But ultimately, EA are up here. They're at the top, and it's not going to change, right? Unless something drastic happens with this new FIFA 2K game. I know FIFA are bringing out their own game, but there's going to be this 2K game. it's still not going to compete. But eventually, there's going to be something that competes with this game. And if EA are going to continue making a game where the gameplay makes you want to, I don't know, hit yourself with a glass in the head while you're playing. I mean, I don't, I don't know what's going on. You know, there was a point in time where you looked forward to actually playing the game. Don't get me wrong, menu content this year, top notch. I can't deny how good the menu content has been. And I mean, that's a main drive for the game. Obviously, people love the card aspect, the pack aspect, the SBC aspect. People love it. But for the people who truly love football, they want a football game that is fun when they play it. And whilst the opportunity of rewards, for example, Foot Champs, the opportunity of rewards makes you more motivated to play the game. However, we are playing a game that is horrible to actually play. And I mean, it's horrible. To the point where, like, you wake up on a Friday or whenever it is, whenever I had time on the weekends, right? I would work 2 days on the weekend. This is before they made it like a 4-day system. I would work a Saturday and a Sunday, right? Which would force me to get all my games on a Friday night. Now, hold my hands up. If I spread my games out throughout the day, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if I had the time to do that. A lot of people don't have the time to do that, though. Like, that's not normal. If people have the time to do that, then there you go. That's your problem solved. But if you have to fill out your games in a one-time setting, even if it's spread out, you're still going to be playing a game that's unresponsive. You can't dribble. Your passing doesn't work. Or your controller inputs are just not working. You press A to pass, doesn't pass the ball. You know, or finishing's bad, or the keepers are ridiculous. Keeper movement. All this kind of stuff, right? And now I'm saying this, right, with my best champs record ever. I got rank 1 this year. So, realistically, right, you should be telling me right now, oh, why are you complaining? This is your best performing FIFA ever, right? Like, you've done the best you've ever done. But if we're talking about the last time I really enjoyed playing champs or playing online or enjoyed the grind, it's probably, probably 21, FIFA 21. Because that was the one right after COVID. Either 21 or 22. Because I know FIFA 20, we had summer heat, and that was 2020. I think 21 and 22 were the last games where I was like, you know what? I actually enjoyed it a little bit, right? It didn't feel like a chore playing champs. And now, don't get me wrong, that's my choice. I'm choosing to play this game because it's still the best thing that we've got. But EA, they have so much potential. They have so many things they can implement if they just listen to their community to make this game fantastic. But they don't need to do that. And I feel like that's the issue here. They don't need to do it, and they know that. Yes, they listen, right? Hold up, I need to get a drink of my zero sugar Snapple. EA, no, they don't need to do that. So they're not gonna. They're gonna wait until a new game comes out and do exactly what they do every year. They release the patch notes, or they release the game notes. Especially this year, we noticed too. Yes, they're introducing some very cool things. I'm not gonna lie. No contracts. What else? There's Evos are changing again. There's that new mode that's going to be an Ultimate Team, but it's the same thing we see every year. A new mode. There you go. Friendlies were introduced. We had moments introduced. When was moments used this year? I mean, oh, there's a fly on me. When were they introduced? Like, what are we gonna get from that? Nothing. You have the two big game modes that are still being played, are Rivals and Champs, which obviously are the two best, but they need to make them better still, or give us something else that's going to be good. Now this 5-on-5 thing where each control your own player, again, I'm being really stupid, I can't think of it off the top of my head. That's probably going to be a good mode, but it's going to be competitive, and sometimes people want something that's just right in terms of balance, and you can't get that in Rivals. no one wants to play squad battles unless you prefer offline gameplay, which honestly it might make your mind a little bit better instead of playing online gameplay. But it's the same old thing over and over again. So in terms of fc24, I mean, ups and downs, right? I really hope that fc25. I hope there's a change in some way. In some way, I hope there's a change. I don't know if there will be, but I hope there's this change. But yeah, this will be my last video of fc24 on this channel. I think this is coming out on the Monday before the Friday release if you pre-ordered the game. So only a few more days until we can actually get the start of fc25 going. We know the start of FIFA is the start of FC is a great time of the year. It's a fun time of the year, you know, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this one, thanks for sticking around for fc24. I'll see you for fc25. Peace.